again to Quickies. This is Ted Parker, and today we have a local filmmaker named Jayson Palmer.
How you doing?
So, Jayson, what got you into film work in the first place?
Well, I've always loved to write. Grew up on Twilight Zone and Rod Serling and Stephen King. So where I grew up in New Jersey was there weren't a lot of kids, but we had 15 miles of woods behind my house. So I spent a lot of time running around in the woods and making up stories and stuff. So, it was just kind of always been a hobby of mine.
Would we find you on IMDb?
Yeah, my name is spelled Jayson, which is a little unusual, but Jayson Palmer, just kind of how it sounds.
So, do you prefer film work or theater or both?
I write mainly film and I write mainly screenplay structure, but I am a big fan of all forms of the art. I love going to the theater and love movies and TV and such.
So what's been your favorite movie so far that you made and why?
Oh, well, that's hard. I mean, so I've done four features, and I can't say what's been a favorite. I mean, they're all little babies of mine, so it's kind of saying like which is your favorite child, but real proud of all of them. The new film Attack of the Morningside Monster, I think creatively for me has been a bigger step. It's been more professional, and obviously it feels more in the right direction of where I want to go as a writer.
So what do you think of Atlanta becoming the next Hollywood?
I love it. I moved down here from New Jersey back in 2006, and that was just kind of like catching that crest at the beginning of the film boom, and we're riding it, and I think it's great.
Mm-hmm. What are your plans for the future?
So my production partner Chris Etheridge and I, we have a production company here in town called Blue Dust Productions, and that's we produce Morningside Monster, and right now I got a few scripts that we're kicking around and just kind of developing some stuff, probably along the same lines, low budget indie.
Who would you say are your film work heroes?
Film work heroes, like I said, Rod Serling. He's the god of my writing world, and everybody from there is just kind of connected to him in some way. So when I was I think about 8, I was home sick one day from school, and they were showing Twilight Zone on one of the local stations, and caught an episode and just fell in love with it.
So what would you be doing right now if you weren't filmmaking?
Well, I wasn't filmmaking. Well, I love teaching. I have been in education for about 15 years, so I kind of split my time between education and film work.
Any particular Hollywood people you'd like to work with in the future?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a million of them. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but that's a great question. Corey Feldman was here this weekend. I got to meet him. I know.
Me too.
He was a really nice guy, and kind of grew up on his movies, and we're around the same age. So it was like, I always kind of identified with him in Goonies and Stand By Me. So I think he might be fun to work with.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing right now, film work wise?
Right now we're here at the Days of the Dead, Atlanta. We're promoting Attack of the Morningside Monster, which came out on DVD about 3 weeks ago. And I would say probably the last 3 years of my life has been spent from writing the first draft of the movie to where we're at today. So it's like my world's been consumed by this film. So I'm actually kind of eager to move on to the next project.
How in the world did you get the lovely Tiffany Shepis in your movie?
Tiffany was actually a recommendation from a friend of ours named Don, he had worked with Tiffany on a film called Chainsaw Cheerleaders, and we had met Don. I guess it was, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now, and we pitched him the story idea, and he's like, I know the perfect actress for you, and he got us in touch with Tiffany, and she is awesome to work with. So if you can get in touch with her and get her on your project, I highly recommend it. She is an energy in herself.
So anything to plug? Any websites? More movies, maybe?
Well, like I said, themorningsidemonster.com. You can go there and you can find links to the trailer and our film and where to find it. Right now we're on VOD and in the major retail stores, so go up online and go to Best Buy or Target, and you can punch our name in and you should be able to find us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jayson Palmer. He's going to be a big deal. See you soon. This is Quickies. This is Ted. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you.